Hi guys, I'm going to do another video today in the male series regarding the mistakes that men make with women. And today I'm going to focus on a mistake that I've seen so many times with my male friends that I just had to do something on this. And one of the things that I think we need to understand up front is that when we make mistakes early on, it can have sort of long-range problems somewhere down the line, which is why I emphasize the beginnings of a relationship or a situation we come into as well. And often that can be the same outcome in a work situation as well, in that we sense something very early on about this situation, and yet we didn't do anything about it until it was too late and we were in it up to our knees, as it were. So today I want to talk about this interesting subject of the mistakes we make in dating. And this particular mistake that I'm going to highlight today is one that women make as well. And that's often the case. You know, we speak a lot about what men are like and what men want and what women want and all the rest of it. But actually, very often, both sexes make the same mistake. And that's something useful for us to hold on to. So if you're a lady watching this today, I think you might find this quite interesting as well. And we can apply this to women. But I've noticed it in particular with men. And that is that quite often, more often than not, what can happen is that a man will go too quickly, too fast. And in that sense, what can happen is when we dive into a situation very quickly, maybe because we're drawn into it through strong sexual attraction, or it might be because we think, hey, I've had a lot of fun with this person and it was really great and I feel really great around this person. I feel really excited when I'm with them. And all these sorts of issues can draw us in, and we can find that because we were tied up with one issue or another, whether it was because how they made us feel or the way they looked or whatever it was, that we then make the decision, well, I want more of that because that made me feel good. And that can make us want to dive in very quickly without any conscious awareness, because we just want our next fix, as it were. And so men make this mistake quite a lot, I've noticed. But also I've noticed that women make the same mistake as well at times. And that is that we start to let our mind go, start to fantasize about this person, think about this person. And yet, whilst this is happening, there are red flags flying away, and we're not taking any notice of the real issues that are showing to us because we're too busy with this fantasy of being with this person who is very attractive in whatever way. And so when we get in that rut of just doing things over and over again, same things over and over again, they're called our relationship patterns. For instance, we're used to doing things fast. We're used to potentially sleeping with someone very early on, or potentially diving in and seeing someone every day from that initial process. Then we tend to get repetitive. We tend to repeat those patterns, and we tend to not notice when we're doing things in the same way that we've done in the past. And yet we're expecting different results because it's a different person. But when we stand back, take our time, create our own space to have a serious look at this person, stop with the games, but rather ask questions, find out who they're really like, spend time in different situations with them, observe what they're like with other people, observe what they're like with their family, observe what they're like in general conversation, how do they communicate, all these things. This is a really strong tool to have in our safe relationship training toolbox, because then we get into the habit of taking our lives seriously, taking a potential relationship seriously, rather than throwing all our eggs in the basket straight away, going full at it, full pelt, and seeing one another every day, spending as much time as we can, and all the rest of it, although it can work like that sometimes. Today we're thinking about a safe relationship training toolbox, and we're thinking about what is going to work long term. So when we bring our value system on board, when we make that a priority, then we ask ourselves some more serious questions, and potentially the other person as well. When we stop getting dragged along by our emotions, our feelings, our sexual attraction and what have you. Have a look at my video number 2 on that for a little bit more of a chance to discuss that. But when we don't dive in straight away, with either with our heart or our minds and what have you, then we can consciously take a step back and just be aware and observe who this person is. And hopefully that will help to keep us safe and happy. Bye-bye.